Yo, stop scrolling right now. King Von's own grandmother, on her literal deathbed, allegedly looked her family dead in the eyes and dropped the most demonic confession in Chicago drill history. The family curse is what killed him, and it ain't over yet. Yeah, you heard that right. The same woman who raised Von allegedly confessed that a generational curse, bloodline demons, street karma, and dark family secrets is the real reason King Von got gunned down in Atlanta. Not the ops. Not the setup. Not even the shooter. The curse. And according to the people who were in that room, she didn't whisper it. She screamed it while crying, pointing at certain family members, saying the curse was placed on the family long before Von was even born. Fans are losing their damn minds. The streets are stunned. And Von's own blood relatives are now divided, some calling it a dying woman's truth, others saying she was out of her mind from the pain meds. But here's the savage part nobody is ready for. She allegedly named names. She pointed fingers. She said the curse is still active, and more bodies are coming. You cannot scroll away from this. Because if King Von's grandmother's deathbed confession is real, then everything we thought killed Von was a lie. This is King Von's grandmother deathbed confession leaked, the family curse that killed him. Let's get into it. King Von's own grandmother, on her literal deathbed, allegedly looked her family dead in the eyes and dropped the most demonic confession in Chicago drill history. The family curse is what killed him, and it ain't over yet. But here is where it gets ice cold. According to multiple people who were inside that hospital room during her final hours, the elderly woman wasn't just whispering prayers or saying goodbye. She was pointing fingers. She was crying tears of guilt and rage while revealing that a generational curse, something dark, something passed down through blood, is the real reason King Von was gunned down outside that Atlanta hookah lounge on November 6, 2020. Fans are shocked. Emotions ran high. The family was left completely divided. Some relatives are calling it the ramblings of a dying woman doped up on pain medication. Others are saying she finally spoke the truth that the streets have been whispering about for years. Because if what she allegedly said is true, then Von wasn't just another casualty of the drill war. He was marked from birth by something much deeper than ops and gang beef. Stay right here because this is the part that's going to mess with your head. Sources close to the family claim the grandmother didn't stop at just saying, "There's a curse." She allegedly went in. She named specific family members. She talked about sins from decades ago, betrayals, abandoned children, blood money, and rituals that were done in the name of survival on the south side of Chicago. She reportedly screamed that the family had been paying for those sins generation after generation, and Von was the biggest price they had paid so far. One alleged quote from inside the room that is now circulating in private group chats says she looked at certain family members and said, "Y'all know what y'all did. This curse didn't start with Von. It started with us. And it's still hungry." The family was left divided right there in the hospital. Some started crying. Some walked out. Some allegedly started arguing loudly, saying she was speaking nonsense and disrespecting the dead. But the ones who stayed silent, they're the ones people are watching the closest right now. And this is where it gets even crazier. According to insiders, the grandmother wasn't just talking about general bad luck or street karma. She allegedly spoke about specific events, old shootings, mysterious deaths in the family tree, children who were abandoned, and deals that were made with the wrong people for protection and money. She reportedly said Von's talent, his rise to fame, and his violent end were all connected to the same dark thread running through the family bloodline. Fans who have been following Von's story since day one are losing their minds in the comments. So Von died because of a family curse. His own grandma said this on her deathbed. The speculation is wild. Some are calling it the deepest conspiracy in drill history. Others are saying this finally explains why so many people close to Von keep dying young. But here is the savage twist nobody is ready for. Sources claim that right before she took her last breath, the grandmother allegedly looked at one particular family member and said something so heavy that the entire room went silent. "You know it's not finished. The curse wants more. It took Von, and it's coming for the rest of y'all if y'all don't fix what was broken." That line allegedly broke the family apart. Some relatives are now refusing to speak to each other. Old secrets are being dug up. Accusations are flying behind closed doors. The same family that once stood strong behind Vaughn is now fractured, pointing fingers at each other while the internet watches the drama unfold in real time. Every new leak, every new voice note, every new alleged quote from that deathbed is making the story darker and more disturbing. Because if King Vaughn's grandmother was telling the truth on her deathbed, then his murder wasn't just street business. Because if King Vaughn's grandmother was telling the truth on her deathbed, then his murder wasn't just street business. It was generational payback. But here is where it gets even darker and more twisted. According to the people who were in that hospital room, the grandmother didn't stop after dropping the curse bomb. She allegedly started naming specific sins and specific people. Sources claim she pointed at certain family members and said things like, "You took that money knowing it was blood money, and you left that child behind and never looked back." Emotions ran high. Some family members reportedly started crying uncontrollably, while others got defensive and started arguing right there beside her deathbed. The family was left completely divided. One alleged quote that leaked from inside the room says she looked straight at one relative and whispered, "Vaughn paid for what we did. He was the brightest one, and the curse took him first. Now it's coming for the rest of y'all." That line allegedly sent chills through everyone present. Some walked out of the room. Others stayed frozen, unable to speak. And this is the part that nobody is talking about yet. Insiders say the grandmother wasn't speaking in riddles. She allegedly got very specific about old family secrets, incidents from the 80s and 90s on the South Side, deals made with dangerous people, abandoned children, and spiritual debts that were never paid. She reportedly claimed that Vaughn's explosive rise to fame wasn't just talent or luck. It was the curse speeding up because the family had ignored the warnings for too long. Fans are shocked beyond words. The comment sections under every Vaughn tribute video are now flooded with theories. So the curse made him famous just to take him out? His own grandma said the family is cursed? The speculation is running wild. Some fans are calling it the deepest lore in drill history. Others are saying this finally explains why so many people close to Vaughn keep dying young and violent. But here is the savage twist that changes everything. Sources close to the family claim that right before she passed, the grandmother allegedly made one final chilling statement. She reportedly said, "Vaughn wasn't the first and he won't be the last. The curse don't care about fame. It cares about blood. And the blood is still dirty." That line allegedly hit so hard that one family member started screaming and had to be removed from the room. Now the family is in absolute chaos. Old grudges that were buried for years are resurfacing. Accusations are flying left and right. Some relatives are refusing to attend the funeral arrangements together. Others are allegedly demanding DNA tests and old court papers to prove or disprove what the grandmother said. The same bloodline that once stood united behind King Vaughn is now turning on itself, and the streets are watching every single move. Stay right here because it gets worse. According to multiple insiders, this deathbed confession has now split the family into two camps. One side believes the grandmother spoke the truth and wants to break the curse through prayer, therapy, or even spiritual cleansing. The other side is calling the whole thing crazy talk and accusing certain family members of using the confession to gain attention or money off Vaughn's name. Emotions ran high. Heated arguments are happening daily. Some family members have reportedly stopped speaking to each other completely. One alleged quote from a heated phone call says, "If the curse is real, then y'all the ones who fed it. Don't come crying when it comes for you next." The drill community is split as well. Some OTF members and Vaughn fans are taking it seriously, saying this explains the constant tragedy surrounding Vaughn's circle. Others are laughing it off, calling it old people superstition, and saying the real curse is the streets themselves. But the question that keeps getting louder every hour is this: if there really is a family curse that killed King Vaughn, then who else in the family is next? Because according to his own grandmother's deathbed words, the curse is still hungry. And it's nowhere near finished. But here is where the story turns ice cold and personal. According to the family members who stayed until the very end, King Vaughn's grandmother didn't just warn about the curse. She allegedly made a final, chilling prediction before she took her last breath. Sources claim she looked around the room with tears in her eyes and said, "Vaughn was the sacrifice. The curse took the strongest one first. Now it's coming for the ones who think they escaped. That line allegedly broke the room. Some relatives started screaming. Others reportedly fell to their knees crying. A few allegedly stormed out, refusing to hear another word. The family that once stood tall behind Vaughn is now shattered, pointing fingers at each other while the entire Chicago drill world watches the drama unfold like a horror movie. Emotions ran high. The family was left completely divided. Some are taking the confession seriously and have started organizing prayer sessions and spiritual cleansings, claiming the family needs to break the cycle before more bodies drop. Others are furious, calling the grandmother's words crazy talk from a dying woman, and accusing certain relatives of using the confession to create content or beg for money off Vaughn's name. The streets are stunned. Fans are shocked. Old OTF members are staying silent, but private group chats are on fire with people asking the same terrifying question. If the curse is real, then who's next? Now here is the twist that nobody saw coming. Sources close to the family claim that after the grandmother passed, certain relatives allegedly started digging into old family history, court records, police reports, and whispered stories from the 80s and 90s. What they found reportedly matches some of the things she said on her deathbed. Multiple unsolved shootings, abandoned children, deals with dangerous people, and a pattern of sudden violent deaths in the bloodline that goes back decades. One alleged family member reportedly said in a heated argument, she wasn't lying. Look at the names. Look at how many of us died young and bloody. Vaughn was just the most famous one. The family drama has now spilled into the public. Leaked voice notes and screenshots from private conversations are circulating. In one alleged recording, a relative can be heard saying, "If we don't fix this curse, we all gonna end up like Vaughn, famous for 5 minutes then gone forever." Stay right here because this is the part that hits different. Vaughn's fans are now divided into two camps. One side believes the deathbed confession explains the constant tragedy around his name and wants the family to address the curse. The other side is calling it superstitious nonsense and saying the real curse is the streets, the guns, and the choices people made. But the question that's haunting everyone right now is darker than anything we've heard before. If there really is a family curse that killed King Vaughn, then was his murder never about drill beef at all? Was it something older, something spiritual, something passed down through blood that no amount of money, fame, or protection could stop? Because if his own grandmother was telling the truth on her deathbed, then Vaughn didn't just die because of ops. He died because of what his family did long before he was born. And if the curse is still active, then more pain is coming. King Vaughn's grandmother dropped a deathbed confession so heavy it has split his own family apart, left the street stunned, and forced everybody to ask the same terrifying question. Was Vaughn's murder really about gang beef? Or was it the final payment on a generational family curse? This story is still unfolding. New voice notes are leaking. More relatives are speaking out. And the biggest twist might still be coming. Now I'm talking directly to you. If this deathbed confession shook you, if it made you question everything you thought you knew about King Vaughn's death, then smash that like button right now. Your like helps push this truth because stories this dark get buried fast. Drop your honest opinion in the comments. Do you believe King Vaughn's grandmother was telling the truth about the family curse on her deathbed? Or was she just a sick woman speaking out of pain and confusion? Be real. Be raw. The comment section is about to go crazy, and I want to see where y'all really stand. If you want more raw, no filter breakdowns like this the second they drop, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We don't do soft tea, we bring you the dangerous truth. This one hit different, didn't it? I'll see you in the next one. Because something tells me this curse story is far from over.